Real quickly before we begin, I want to thank this video's sponsor, CarMarshal.com. CarMarshal.com can save you lots of money on buying used or new vehicles, cars, trucks, school buses. If you want to save money, I'll have a link in the description down below. I know I'm going to...
Hey Charlotte County, I gotta make a comment on this video before I play it. This is absolute bullshit. Florida passed medical marijuana, and Florida is the top 3 places in America and the world for people in jail and prison. Half the people here are in there for drugs, victimless crimes, and the cops are pissed because we got medical marijuana. So now they're threatening people that use medical marijuana in a $5 million ad campaign that says drive, bake, get busted. They will charge you for a DUI. So here's the part that's absolute bullshit about it. You know and I know if you smoke pot last night, it is still in your system the next day and you are not being affected at all by it. These fuckers are gonna freaking test you and charge you with the DUI even though you have no effect. This is absolute policing for profit bullshit. Stop these motherfucking Nazis while you still can, you goddamn sheep.
A new campaign across Florida aims to raise awareness of driving baked, exposing the dangers of smoking marijuana and getting behind the wheel. The mission targets drivers between the ages of 18 and 34, as well as 55 and 74. News4JAX reporter Chris Parento shows us how cracking down on smoking compares to prosecuting drunk driving.
When you're under the influence of marijuana,
the Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles just released this ad.
So if you don't listen to your instincts,
showing a driver behind the wheel, putting others in his car and around him at risk.
Even the unexpected ones.
We have to use it the same way we did campaigns for drunk drivers. Yes. We have to be as strong for the ones using marijuana or any other kind.
That in itself is a problem because one thing about it, any type of influenced driving is still bad driving.
Part of the campaign includes targeting digital billboards like this, trying to get the message out to as many drivers as possible that if you get caught driving baked, you will get arrested. I sat down with attorney Mitch Stone to talk about the differences between proving someone drunk driving and someone using marijuana and driving. He says the roadside test would be similar, except instead of a breath test, a urine test would be needed to detect the marijuana. But one difficulty with marijuana is proving how recently it may have been used.
There's been discussions about using the fluids in the eye. There's been discussions about hair, breath, saliva. All these tests are trying to be developed, but none of them have been able to make a determination that somebody has recently consumed it and therefore should be prosecuted for it.
The Florida Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles is working with law enforcement across the state, trying to use this year to compile as much baseline the local station.
If you want to watch that full advertisement, we have posted it inside of our story on news4jax.com.
If you've watched local television lately, you might have noticed a new ad campaign by the Florida Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles. It's called Drive Baked, Get Busted. The idea of this ad campaign is to warn people of the dangers of driving while under the influence of marijuana. This campaign emerged from legislation last year that adopted medical marijuana into state law, and basically it's meant to instruct people to the fact that you can be arrested for driving while under the influence of marijuana and that there are public safety risks that emerge from driving while under the influence of the drug. The campaign features a driver who's glancing around and seeing all the people who are judging him for driving under the influence of marijuana, and it's going to be running on local television at least through the end of June. This campaign was funded to the tune of $5 million by the state legislature. You can read more about this story on orlandosentinel.com.
When you're under the influence of marijuana and you choose to get behind the wheel, you know it's wrong. So if you don't listen to your instincts, think about your fellow passengers. Or think about the other people on the road. Even the unexpected ones. And if you don't think about them, you'll answer to us. Drive baked, get busted.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County Cop Watch, and I just wanted you to know that I am using this stuff under fair use. And also remember to like and subscribe this channel. Also too, keep in mind I do not make any money on YouTube. This is 5 hours work a day, you know, fighting for freedom. And you can donate with PayPal and Patreon. I just want you to think about this. If everybody gives to PayPal and Patreon, Patreon is every month. Actually, PayPal you can do every month. I have 12,000 subscribers. If everybody gives, I can quit my regular job and go full-time investigations on Charlotte County and possibly even more and beyond. So just keep that in mind. If everybody helps out, I can go full-time doing this. Thanks.